Hello everyone, I am Dr. Anjana Sinha. Today I am going to discuss a topic from linear algebra, which is algebra of matrices. Let's begin with the definition of matrices. A matrix A over a field K is a rectangular array of scalars usually represented in the following form. Now this is the form of a matrix, and I hope you all are aware of this, because if you are coming for NET CSIR exam and so, then you are at least MSc or you are pursuing MSc, or most of you have already done BSc. So you know what are matrices, but we are just going to revise it a bit. So this is a representation of matrix, that is A is equal to A11, A12, A1n, A21, A22, A2n, and similarly the mth row will be AM1, AM2, AMn. Alright. Then the rows of matrix. The rows of a matrix A are the M horizontal list of scalars. The first one is A11, A12 up till A1n. The second row will be A21, A22, A2n. Similarly, we have the mth row, that is AM1, AM2 up till AMn. Then let's talk about the column. The column of A are the n vertical list of scalars, and the first list of scalar will be A11, A21 up till AM1. The second will be your A12, A22, AM2, and the nth will be A1n, A2n up till AMn. Then the elements Aij. Let's talk about the element Aij. This is called the Ij entry or Ij element, and it appears in row I and column J. That means if I consider this element of the matrix Aij, then I represents the row and J will represent the column of the matrix. So that means if we have an element A 3, 4, then here I is 3 and J is 4. That means this element is in the third row and fourth column. Alright. Okay. It is denoted by A equal to Aij within rectangular bracket. Now, a matrix with m number of rows and n number of columns is called an m by n matrix, and it is denoted by the symbol m by n. Okay. Now, we have certain types of matrix like the row matrix, which is also known as the row vector. Okay. So what is a row matrix? A matrix with only one row is called a row matrix or a row vector. Then second, we have column matrix or column vector. So a matrix with only one column is called a column matrix or a column vector. Then we have zero matrix, a matrix whose all the elements or all the entries are zero is called a zero matrix or a null matrix. It is usually denoted by 0. And then we have real matrix. Matrices whose entries are all real numbers are called real matrices. They are said to be matrices over the field R of real numbers. Then we have complex matrices. Matrices whose entries are all complex numbers are called complex matrices and are said to be matrices over C. Now, when we talk about that a matrix with m rows and n columns is called an m by n matrix. So the pair of numbers m and n is called the size of the matrix. Alright, this pair of numbers m and n is called the size of the matrix, and if corresponding size of the matrix, two matrices, let's talk about some matrices which are equal. Like suppose we have two matrices A and B and we say that they are equal. Then when will they be equal? If they have the same size and if corresponding elements are equal. The size of both the matrices has to be equal and the corresponding elements also need to be equal. Then only we will say that the two matrices A and B are equal. Alright. Let's move towards the next part, that is matrix addition and scalar multiplication. Here we'll be talking about the addition of two matrices and the multiplication of a scalar with a matrix. Now we have to keep one thing in mind, that whenever we are going to add two matrices. We can add them only when the size of the matrix will be equal. So let A is equal to Aij and B is equal to Bij be two matrices of same size. Then A plus B is given by A11 plus B11, A12 plus B12, similarly A1n plus B1n. The second row will be A21 plus B21, A22 plus B22, A2n plus B2n, and similarly the mth row will be AM1 plus BM1, AM2 plus BM2, and AMN plus BMN. The product of the matrix A by a scalar K is denoted by Ka and represented as Ka is equal to this matrix. So what actually happens here? When we are multiplying a scalar with a given matrix, that scalar will be multiplied to each and every element of the matrix. Suppose we have K is equal to 5, then it will be 5K, and each and every element of the matrix will be multiplied by 5. Similarly, if we have a negative number as K, then that negative number will be multiplied with the given matrix. So it means that each and every element of the matrix will be multiplied by that particular scalar. Alright, then A plus B and Ka are also m by n matrices. You can see it. We have a number of rows and n number of columns. So this is possible only when A and B both are having m by n sides. Here also Ka is also an m by n matrix. Also, minus of A is actually minus 1 into A, and A minus B is actually A plus minus B. So in this video, this is what I wanted to share with you. This is my first video which I have started making on YouTube after the completion of my PhD. I hope you will be liking it. If you do like it, then do comment, do like, do subscribe my channel so that I will be more energetic to make more video and post it for you all. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.